What's up, you guys? RV Life, DJ Darren here. We'll be doing a basic sandbag warm-up. This is our Kung Fu sandbag, 90 pounds. We're going to show you a basic Kung Fu warm-up. Before we start doing techniques, this is just the warm-up to warm the knuckles up, warm the body up, get flowing, and then and later on, separate videos will be different techniques. Different striking techniques we're going to practice after warm-up. But I'm just going to show you the warm-up I like to do. But you should warm your body up just in general, even if it's just jumping jacks. But you also need to warm up the parts of your body you're going to be striking. So I'm going to go through that and show you that. But first, before we start, we're going to do our Dit Da Jiao. Dit Da Jiao, which is Kung Fu Hit Medicine, which I made. You can buy it in the stores, but you really should make your own if you're going to be serious. It's basically 15 to 20 different herbs soaked in alcohol over a long time. A really effective recipe. Has to be a couple years sitting. So this is 20 years old. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and get some on my hands. Let's see. I'm just going to grab out a little bit. Start, soak my hands. I'm going to be striking my hands, and I'm going to be doing my elbows too. So put that on my elbow, and also that back of my neck too. It's good for sore neck, and I like the smell a little bit, so I'll put a little under my nose, and it's kind of a good wake up. This one smells good. This recipe is actually getting a little weak. I'm going to have to make a new recipe. That'll be for the next 2 decades. Start a new one. Start a couple new jars. Alright, here we go. So we got our Dit Da Jiao on. I'm already warmed up. I did jumping jacks already, so let's just go. I got my bag set up so that I have to bend my knees a little bit. So I'm kind of in bent Kung Fu position, and we're just going to do some straight punching. So closed fist. I got my hands. You do not have fists like this. Do not have your thumb like that. You do not do training like this. This is the wrong way to have your thumb. You do not do training like this with your thumb like that. So you do your thumb right there, pushing against that like a hammer. This is the final link in the hammer that is your hand. The hammer fits like that. So keep your hand like that, finger like that. It'll be weird at first, but that's how you have to have it, so that you close the fist there and tighten it. So let's just warm up. So fist closed, warming up, just punching the center. Just working the center mass, getting things going. If I want to move around, I can move around a little bit. I can dance around a little bit if I want. I suggest that you just kind of be loose. If you want to walk around, you don't have to always be so tight on your feet. I have practiced this technique so long that I can now hard strike in the air. I don't need to be, all my power doesn't have to come off from the ground anymore. Like the ground coming up and then, really slugging. Ow, that was off. That hurt. But the bag will show you, because if you hit off center, you bend your wrist and it hurts, and your wrist is sprained. If you hit this way, it's like that. So the sandbag forces you to always hit center mass, because if you don't, you're spraining everything. So over time it trains you, and your eye will be trained to really strike that center mass all the time. So hit to center, and this is warm up. And then also, I like backhand strikes too as well. So, ooh, that really stings the first time that you do it. So, I'm just gonna open hand a little bit, just strike my hands like that. A little slapping, a little bit, a little side chop. Man, this bag is getting really tight now. From hanging, it's really tight, like concrete. kind of hitting, but mainly the hurt points right there. So I like to kind of smack the pain out. If you do this for about a minute, the stinging pain will go away, which is nice, because you wouldn't think it would, but it goes away. Then you can really do, really, ow, that kind of hurt, but it's been a couple years since I've been on bags, so it's going to hurt a little bit for me to get back to pace, but eventually you can have really, come through and really backhand strikes or hammer fist strikes, right? See how the hammers close right there? Hammer strikes. In like that. I wouldn't suggest like that. But I would come in like that. Like that. But yeah, just kind of hitting stuff and go back to punching, because this is our main way we hit. And you can also warm up like this. Ow, that kind of, man, it's been 3 years or more, so it's painful for me. And the hands will swell up. That's why we need our dip gel medicine. Let's get a little medicine out to help circulate the blood and help heal stuff. But basically, I forgot to tell you, basically, this is training what they would call Iron Fist. So Iron Fist training, this is how you achieve that. Iron Fist, Iron Palm. Iron Palm, Iron Fist, Iron Palm. And you could build Iron Elbow, right? You could even do Iron Shoulder if you hit your shoulder over and over again, I guess. But really the hard points is the elbow, the open palm, and the closed fist. So this is the beginning. So the next stage is small pebbles. So I'm going to make a bag that's small pebbles, right? And it'll hurt more because you're hitting small pebbles in there, like river rock, and then bigger ones. To eventually you have like 1 inch, pretty much ball bearings in there. But it's stages, time, year after year, go to different stages to do Iron Fist and Iron Palm. But very good for you, very good training, and will be very good for you to have an advantage in boxing or kickboxing or MMA. Sandbag training is unlike anything else. It's not like regular bag training. I only use regular bag, 100-pound bag, the tall ones, to do kicks and practice all my kicks and stuff like that. But all my power effectiveness comes from hitting sandbags and sandbag training. There's no substitute. And then I'm not going to do much of my elbow today. But there's that. You guys, it's kind of a warm up. Practice different angles like that. Practice coming in. I gotta take it a little easy. I can already feel that in my elbows, but I'm just gonna warm up. I'm probably not gonna do any technique stuff today, but just a warm up video. And I can go like this. The bottom of the bag is going to be harder than the top. So the top bag, you can be like, practice your chops, until your chops can handle the hard bag on the bottom. Chop, 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 and then hard bag at the bottom. All sorts of hits. Boom. Woo. I'm back in training. let's go. So that's pretty much, showing some warm up. Just take it easy. You got knees to do as well. It's really good to have a position like this because you can practice your knees, get your knees hardened. This could be a nut shot, or this could just be, into someone's gut. But knee is super effective. Leaves a big crater. Probably the most